Hello, this is Silver Stitches. It is now 10:15 or 10:30 at night. I was trying to uh, compile the video. It was fantastic. It was going to be over an hour long, but for the second time now, um, the screen wasn't formatted right while I was filming. Don't know why. So, let's start. In comparison, this does look far better than what it was doing before, so I think maybe that's what it was. My name is Julie, Silver Stitches, here on Flosstube and on Instagram. This is my 15th time, I think, for trying to film this. I've been trying to film all week. Nothing has been working. I don't know why. Today is Friday, August 29th, 2025. It's almost August 30th, but who's counting? Okay, so here's the deal. I've stitched on and off for the last 2 weeks, and mostly full coverages. I'm going to share a little bit of what I've been doing that's non-full coverage. There's only 3 pieces, I think. Everything else is full coverage. I've decided to switch out what we're doing and make 3 things. Play 3 games, 3 prompts, 3 whatever you want to call it. But that will be at the end. That will be for plans. And let's just get started. So my 3 works in progress that I did not, that will not continue because September is going to be like a full coverage September, but my 3 projects that I stitched on in the last 2 weeks that were non-full coverage are these. So, comes from this book. I had to finish up my wish stitching. It didn't necessarily, I missed about 20 stitches, but that's fine with me because I'm working on this one, Spring Cottage by Alma Lynn Hayden, out of this book. And here we are. So this is 486 stitches, I guess. Yeah, this is way better. I don't know what was going on with the last film, but this is turning out to be already better. Okay, so here we go. Meaning for the screen dimensions. Okay, I finished off this tree. I have 3 very awake cats, even more awake than last time I was filming, so we'll see how that goes. This is going to go away now for a little while, until my full coverage thing is gone, because who knows. Not gone, it's never going to go, but whatever, I feel like pulling out non-full coverage things again. The next thing that I worked on was Flock's Box by Ink Circles. This one was in May 2012 of cross stitch and needlework. I ended up finishing the bottom row of stitches. So here we are. This is the full thing. And I ended up finishing the bottom right corner. So all of this is one variegated thread. I can't tell you what it is right now because I don't have the actual number in front of me. One of the DMC variegated numbers. Part of me wants to say 4505, but that could be another variegated number that I'm using for something else. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, hopefully this is the last time I'm going to be filming this because I don't want to film this anymore. Otherwise, we're just going to give up and not. Okay, so the last thing that I stitched on that was non-full coverage was Innocence by Dimensions. I ended up doing an acrostic last week because I haven't filmed for 2 weeks. So last week I did an acrostic and I did a little bit of last week. Yeah, who knows? Just random. Okay, anyway. I put in, I think, 88 stitches on this. So I'm here now. This is what I've added. Some of that in there. So these 3 pieces will be going away for a little while. I'm sure James has heard this whole spiel all week long because I've been trying to film this all week long. That's fine. It's fine. Everybody's fine. The universe was not ready for me to have a video out, I guess, if that was the case. Alright. Okay, so on to what I was stitching for the rest of the last 2 weeks. They all come in this box. This box is my full coverage box. It's got everything in it. I'm getting out my planner. Did I show you this, my planner? I think so. Because I'm pretty sure I had it last video. But, okay. And go. So, we're just going to go in the order of what I stitched because that just makes the most sense right now. We're going to start out with Autumn Fairies. This is by Heaven and Earth Design. It was a freebie from a long time ago, and I can't tell you any of the numbers because I don't know, but I did put in today and the other day. So I've stitched on this twice in the last 2 weeks. I think it was 150 stitches. So between the 2 days. Here we go. Da, 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 da. So this is all the way across the top, and this is all the way down the left side. So I filled in a lot of this in here, and I spent some of today filling in on Pattern Keeper what I have filled in. I just am missing like this section of it, so my numbers are almost all right, but not quite, and that is a-okay because everything takes time. Alright, so that can go over there, and then the next thing that I worked on was Mini Beginner Seashell. I have 2 cats running around, and I have Charlotte that's just watching the whole thing. So Mini Beginner Seashell is a Heaven and Earth design by Kayumi Harai. I have stitched 253 stitches in this. This is where it's at right now. Last time I was working on it, I was able to fill in the diagonal that you can't really see because it's already all filled in. So there was a bunch of missing stitches up in here, so I've finished everything on this diagonal. The next time I work on it, I'll work 20 stitches over, so hopefully progress will be good progress. Alright, the next one is another Heaven and Earth design. It is Mini Watching the World Go By Lucy Pitaway. It is currently retired from Heaven and Earth Design, and you can get it on Bothy Threads if you wish for a complete kit. Anyway, okay, so here we go. Good job. Yeah, this is better. Last time I was filming, I was like, why is the camera so weird? Why is it so weird? Anyway, this is where we're at. I have put in 326 stitches. Oops. The boys are running around. Yes, 326 stitches. So I will try and get it to where I can show you. Skitters is crying because Simon is chasing him. It's not perfect, but it shows everything, so here we go. Alright, so I filled in a lot of this blue, all of this blue. I've filled in a little bit of the darker browny black. I've filled in this over here, and I've filled in down here as well. I will have all the numbers for you after, because during plans, I have to write down, I have to, before, just keep watching. Okay, I'll explain it later. Alright, so that was Minnie watching the world go by. Ornament Dragon is the next one. You think it'd be easy to find, but it's because there it is. Alright, so Ornament Dragon, this is by Lisa Parker of Heaven and Earth Design. It is currently at 3.30%. That's all I can tell you right now. I will have more information later in my plans, but this is what this looks like currently. I know that I will have to do some frogging for that N, but it was another project. I decided not to fully frog it out before I started this project, so, you know, have to live with the quote-unquote consequences, but that's better. There we go. Anyway, I ended up filling in a bunch of this section over here. I need a pointer stick thing. Otherwise, alright, so I don't even remember at this point. Okay, so what's next? I'm trying to separate them into the 3 different categories that I'm going to film next, but I don't remember currently. I can just turn my tablet on and see what happens, because all of that information is here. Okay, no. What was that? Ornament Dragon? That is not with that. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. We're doing this. Okay. Okay, so next is Quilting Room. That is not Quilting Room. Is that Quilting? No. Quilting Room is by Siva. Siva is a free patterns, she, they, her, don't know what she is. So Siva is a I found this on Facebook. Did I find this one on Facebook? I found it on her website. Sorry, I don't know if Siva is a girl or not. I have no idea. I was just presuming. But this is Quilting Room. I have cropped it a little bit, and I've lost my scissors. Sorry, I want to just, oh, there. I just want to get all of the threads off of this before I try and pick it up, because there's a lot that don't need to be here. And they were just getting in the way. And because it's on a 20 count, I think it's 20 count, 20 count piece of even weave, I think. Anyway, but I just cut like all of this off from this, is what it is. So this is the full design, if I haven't shown you already. This is what the cropped chart is going to look like. So this is the top left corner, and this is 100, and that's not true. This is the top left corner. Try that again. Yeah, that's better. 115 stitches. So, yep, and This is going in quilting room, is going to go with the ornament dragon. Quilting room, ornament dragon. Okay. Okay. And then Sleepy Turtle, which is on red fabric, and you should be able to find it just like that, Julie. There it is, in the box. Okay, so some of you know that I started Sleepy Turtle by Tammy Blevins. She's a Facebook, I found her on Facebook. She is an artist, a digital artist on Facebook. I'm not sure anything else, but this is where I started in December. This is a 4/1 full cross, too bulky, on 14 count. So a few days ago I picked it up again, tried this. This is 2/1 full cross on 14 count. This is 55 stitches of the whole project. And this is going to go in this pile. Okay, so that was a new start. Quilting room was a new start. And let's flip the page. So Steampunk Portal is next. Steampunk Portal is the Heaven and Earth design stitch along for 2025. Looks like this if I haven't shown it already. And here we are. I will give you more stats again, like I said before. I'll give you more stats in the next segment when I decide to tell you all my plans. But I had just put in 105 stitches into that. And Steampunk Portal goes with this up here. Okay, push. Gotta put it back in the bag, otherwise bad things happen. Yeah, we can put the 2 chairs there. Yeah, for sure. Have more chaos than anything. Okay, up there, sorry. I'm talking to myself. Future plans for the whole room. Okay. Alrighty, so Mini Sunflower Cottage is by Donna Gelsinger. And it is right here. This is what it looks like when it's all put away. This is what it looks like when it's going to be fully complete. Again, I'll tell you all of the details, but in the next segment. But this has 103 stitches completed in the last stitching rotation. Here we are. I've added 103 stitches. I've added it to this cloud and this cloud. So those 2 clouds are done. I was just watching Small Town Stitches, and Leanne, just restarted this on 25 count. This is like a super big 14 count, so it's going to be massive. I don't think it's going to be as massive as this whole piece of fabric. I hope not, at least, because this is huge, right? Like, is it going to be this big? I don't know. Did I already cut off the bottom of this? I can't tell you that either. I have no idea. Is it straight? Nope, that's one solid line that I definitely did not cut. It would be fraying already. No, so I don't think it's this big. I hope it's not this big. This is massive. Anyways, but it's... Oh, I know what I think I did. I think I cut it off this way. I know, I'm holding it upside down. Okay, and I'm showing you the back. So, I think what I did was I measured this, and then I cut off this because it was just too much. And then what I think happened was I haven't cut that part yet. So maybe I can get one more project out of the bottom of this if I ever decide to count properly. But that is not today. I'll tell you that. Alright. So that I added 103 stitches to. Okay. Now, this... Come on, sheet 2. Alright. Mini Sunflower Cottage goes with the ornament autumn phrase. Okay, cool. Okay, what's next? Mushroom. Did I show you Mushroom yet? I don't think so. So this is Mushroom. Mushroom is by Digital Patterns Online, I think is the name of the company. I found them on Etsy. And if you can hear that, that's Charlotte. She's just crying for no reason. There it is. Okay, so no reason. I actually don't know the reason why she's crying. This is what Mushroom looks like. I am working this on a 20 count piece of gridded Ada. I think she might just be trying to find her siblings. Charlotte, that is. I added 100 stitches. So I've added this block down here, this bottom left block. If I could get better lighting, there we go. Bottom left block, and so 100 stitches, so that's good. Again, I'll add more information to the next segment because that's not this segment. It'll be in the next segment. This is, what's this called? Oh man, Mushroom. And Mushroom is with up here. Mushroom. Ornament Dragon. Down here. I'm gonna sort them out all later anyway, it's gonna be fine. Okay, it's shown, I've shown that. Autumn Fairies I've shown. The last thing that I worked on just not too long ago was Pokemon starters. And that is this, and that is a cat. Who do you think that is? Skitters? I think so. Okay, so Pokemon starters is by Cross and Floss on Etsy. And here we are. That's where we're, oh jeez, it's not gonna work out so well, is it? Oh, hi Skitters. There's some fighting going on now on the ground. Alright, anyways, where are we at? Here we go. This is Pokemon starters. I've added 200, no, just 113. So I have added 113 to Trico over here. He is wider than he should be. I added a row of stitches somewhere, but that's okay. And anyway, so yeah, so 113 stitches in here added to Trico, and that is it for my current whips of the week, current of what I've been working on. Anyway, I'm going to clean all of this up, resort everything, and make sure my video is filming the way I want it to. Come right back and we will go from there. I will see everybody shortly. Okay, we're back. Okay, so now I've reorganized everything and separated into 3 different piles because we're playing 3 different games. So here we go. The cats are still going crazy, so just as a heads up, because now it's 11 o'clock. But I did check out the filming view and it's good. So let's continue. We're going to start out with the Glamorous 3. I wrote down the percentages and how many I have stitched and all of the things. So we're going to start out with Minnie Watching the World Go By. You've already seen the progress of it, so I'm not going to show it again. There are 50,625 stitches in the total project. I have stitched 40,436, so in reality, I have stitched 436 since I've last seen you. Because I remember a whole long time that it was only 40,000 stitches for the longest time. So that is 79.87%. This is a Glamorous 3. The Glamorous 3, before I go into any further details, Siski Stitches, sorry. She runs a Facebook group as well as a YouTube channel, as well as she's on Instagram as well. So she creates a wheel, or she draws numbers, or I don't know what she does, but she randomly picks 1, 2, or 3. So you have 3 projects. You're going to stitch 100 stitches on each of those projects every time the number gets called. And therefore, you're going to stitch 3,000 stitches. Does that make sense? No. 1,000 stitches on each project. So 3,000 in total. Okay, if you do it for the whole month. So that was Minnie Watching the World Go By. The next pattern, the next chart, the next design, the next whip that I have is Minnie Beginner Seashell. So this one. So this currently is 25,298, and on here right now is 13,406. That is at 52.99%. The next one is a biggie. The next one is Mini Dragon in the Morning. That's this, because I haven't shown it to you yet. I don't think. Did I end up showing it to you? Anyway, here we are. This is where we're at for that one. And there is a definite fight going on in the family room tonight. Simon and Charlotte have been playing for the last, I don't know how long. And I don't know why it's so dark in here now. Anyways. Nope, you're not going to see any of the progress for that. Here we are. So, not sure why I decided to, but I decided to not stitch that whole thing. But this is 105,000 in total. 15,170, nope. 15,147 stitches have been completed, and that's 14.30%. And I'm not really quite sure why my light keeps going in and out, because it's like 11 o'clock at night, and Charlotte and Simon are definitely playing. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm going to be doing. The second thing I'm going to be doing is this one. These over here. These over here. So in total I had 20 projects that I wanted to focus on in September. So 3 projects for the glamorous 3. Are you hearing this? Holy, he won't leave her alone. Poor Charlotte. He just shook it off. He's got like the puffiest tail ever. Oh man. Anyways, okay, so I'm glad they're playing. Okay, focus. So 20 projects. So 8 projects are for temperature stitching, because I know it's 0 through 9, so that's 10 projects. 9 projects. 9 projects for this, and 9 and 19, 20. How did I get to... Anyways. There are 9 individual projects for temperature stitching, plus 1 random. Let's just go with that. So 0 is random. The number that... The last digit of the current temperature of the day that I'm working on is the number that I'm going to stitch. It's most likely going to be 100 stitches, because that just makes life easier. So, so for 0, it's random. I'm going to spin the wheel, see what I get, and add the numbers to that. For number 1, this is a fractal 53, and that is a total of 15,000 stitches. It is currently at 2,161 stitches, and it's at 14.41%. And just so everybody is aware, everybody is still playing. We have Simon is not going to give up. I don't know where Charlotte exactly is, but it's the middle of the night, so why not, right? Okay, so that is for number 1. For number 2, it's Hidden Disability Sunflower. This is a design that is by a random stitcher. She's here on Flosstube, and she also has a Facebook group. It goes this way. All right, so this is total stitch count is 1,936. Ooh, this is where we're at right now. It is 1,216 stitches, 1,216 stitches, 62.81%. Oh my goodness, friends. So this is a hanging thread because I didn't want to cut it off because look how long it is. It's not. Anyways, that's project number 2. If a 3 gets called for the last one, this is Mini Butterfly Rose Cross. I don't have the percentages and I don't have the numbers because I didn't look it up, because none of the current pattern keepers that I have the correct information. So, but this is where it's at. This is all one color. I was color completing, and then I started at one point filling in the box. So who knows? I don't know. No idea. But stitches will get added. The next one is for number 4, Mini Sunset Owl. This is a design by Artisy. I do know more about this. This one is Bridget Ashwood. I think it's retired, from Heaven and Earth Design. This one is from Artisy. It is Mini Sunset Owl. There are 40,000 total stitches in this, and currently it's at 2,748, and I am at 6.87% complete. The next one is Mushroom. I already showed you, but 63,000 for 600 stitches, and I'm at 0.95. So that's this one with the counted 20 count gridded data. Next is Ornament Dragon for number 6. In total, there are 38,970 stitches for this piece, and that's this one. And there are currently 1,287, leaving that at 3.30% complete. So that is temperature stitch number 6. Temperature stitch number 7 is Pokemon Starters. This one. There's 18,457. I've completed 5,613, and that is at 30.14%. The next one, for number 8, is QS Butterfly 2 by Ching Chu Kiewik. I think that's how you say her name. And this is where we're at. It is a very tiny 18 count, or it could be 20 count Ada. But again, I don't have the exact numbers for Pattern Keeper because I don't have one that has the updated completed stitches. And then the last one for number 9 is Quilting Room. So that's this one. I have cropped it, but for the total stitches, it's 151,875. So this is my biggest stitch at 151,000. Oh, it's not. That's a lie. That's not true. You'll see something else in the next game that I'm going to play that is bigger than this. So, phew. All right, that's that. So that is my temperature stitching. So every time I decide I want to stitch on temperature stitching, that is when we are going to check out on my phone what the temperature is and 100 stitches. Okay. So I can put that all back in the box because hopefully I won't have to film again. Okay, so next up is a new game that I have created. I test stitched for this game a little bit during the week, so this past week. So it's another Ticket to Ride game, but I'm not using the board, I'm not using destinations, I'm just using the cards, and I'm using the destination tickets. This one is 10. So what's going to happen is I have there are 10 different cards. There are 9 different cards. There are 9 different cards with 8 whips. Okay? So one of them is random. So we're going to go through the colors. So you ready? So random. Yellow card. Black card. Blue train. Green train. Orange train. The purple train. The red train. And the white train. If I could get my coloring and my lighting all perfect, that'd be great. Okay, so there's 9 different cards for 30 different destination cards. So what I'm using is the number in the bottom. So this one is 10, but then this one, for example, is 9, right? So I'm randomly taking one that says 7. Okay, let's say I'm doing this for reals. So this one is 7. And I'm going to stitch on project yellow card for 70 stitches. So my yellow project, you go to my list, my yellow project is Mini Snow Leopard, and so therefore I would stitch 70 stitches on my yellow project. Put this away, next day pick again, next day pick again, put everything in the pile. Once the completed pile is full, reshuffle everybody back in and start over again. There are 30 destination cards, so I can play this for 30 rounds or 30 games or 30 days or however you want to say it. If I get the random card, then I'll spin for those 8 projects, and then if, let's say, project red comes up, project red, the next day I'm going to take the red project out of the cards because I don't want to stitch on the same thing for 2 days in a row. Does that make sense? Who knows, right? Anyway, so I'm going to go through the projects for the Ticket to Ride game, and then we'll be good. So, Ticket to Ride is up here. Alright, so Sad Fairy is my biggest project. Sad Fairy is 189,000 stitches. It is by Elena Lazareva. I'm not quite sure if it's still on the Heaven and Earth Design website because I bought this design chart a long time ago. But here it is. This was washing out. Okay, so this is 4,830 stitches. This is page 1. This is the bottom corner of page 1. So I just need to do this much and then page 1 will be completed. Yay! So 2.56% complete. So that is if the black card, the black train gets called. I put the card colors in alphabetical order, and then I just spun a wheel and chose a project for the rest of for whatever card goes with whatever color. All right, Christmas Gnomes is next. So Christmas Gnomes is this. This is by Box and Fox. It's still there on Etsy, I'm pretty sure, last time I checked. And we're at 22,000 stitches. No, the whole chart is 22,499. It's my blue card, my blue train, and this is 1,358 stitches at 6.04%. Okay, so Winter Wolf is next for green. Winter Wolf is this. This is by Artisy, and it is 50,000 stitches. I have completed 1,177 stitches and 2.35%. I'm looking at my tablet that's right below my camera, so that's why it looks like I'm looking down, but I'm really not. I'm just looking kind of down. All right, what's next? Mini Sunflower Cottage. We've already seen this one, but this is Donna Gelsinger of Heaven and Earth Design, and Mini Sunflower Cottage is 56,355. I have stitched 3,973, and it is at 7.05%. Steampunk Portal is next. Also, I've already shown this one, but this is currently with release number 3 out of the 4 until the October release. It is at 83,220 stitches total so far. I have currently completed 5,134 stitches, and it's at 6.17%. Alright, so that was for purple. Mini Sunflower Cottage was for orange. Autumn Fairies is for red. I don't have any stats on it because I've almost finished filling it in, but not quite. So just know Autumn Fairies is red. Sleepy Turtle is this one. There are currently 10,010 stitches total. 55 stitches have been completed, and we're at 0.55%. And then that was for white. And then the last one for yellow is Mini Snow Leopard. This is an Artisy chart. It's currently 20. It totally has 28,260 stitches, and I currently have 1,617 stitches complete, and it's at 5.72%. So, and then the random. So, any one of those could be for the random. I might need to sneeze, so hold on. Okay, no sneezes, but whatever. Okay, so what's been going on with life? I'm going to get to that next. If you don't want to know about it, that's cool. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Just know in September that is what my plans are. So, Glamorous 3, sorry, it's now what? It's now 11:20 at night, and I'm exhausted. Okay, so Glamorous 3, temperature stitching, and my new train game. That's my plan for September. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know either, but we'll see what happens. So next up will be life update. So I'm gonna stop the video, start it again, and we'll continue. Hold on, please. Okay, so life update. We were supposed to be at the trailer as of yesterday, so Thursday. It was James's birthday yesterday. We were going to go up to the trailer, spend the whole weekend there, and ending up going to a fair in a local small town, not local, but a couple hours away, small town with some friends on Monday. That was the plan. We're still at home. It's Friday night, and I think we're heading up tomorrow, but who knows? And that's only because the temperature outside has drastically dropped in the last few days. It's no longer hot and muggy and warm. It's now cool and rainy, which is good because we haven't had rain for weeks. So at least the world is now becoming a little bit more damp. Hooray. So hopefully that will help combat some of the fires that have been happening all across Canada, actually, but the fires in Northern Ontario. And what am I trying to say? Anyway, so we haven't gone anywhere because James's body is not agreeing with the temperature change. So there's been a lot of resting. I've done a lot of stitching, and so that's what has been happening. So hopefully we'll go up tomorrow. There's a dinner at the camp that we've said we're going to, but if we don't go, c'est la vie, like life happens. And they understand that, and they know that, so it's no problem. So on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, we celebrated my sister's birthday and my nephew's birthday, James's birthday, and because yesterday was his birthday, and my niece, she is now fully moved into her dorm at Guelph University, so that happened today. I thought it was happening tomorrow, but saw on Facebook that my sister had posted, all of the moving in pictures and all of the whatever. So cool. Yeah, so she'll be there for the next 4 years. I'm thinking, if I can get the material, the fabric for it, I'm thinking that there might be a loud crash. I'm thinking that there might, because they're still playing. I'm thinking that if I can get the fabric for it, this is what I'm going to stitch for her because it's really cool. I have cropped the top and the bottom because there's no way I'm stitching 500 plus by 300. That's too big. So I have cropped 3/4 of the bottom page, and then I've cropped the top row of pages. This is a design. It's a free design. It's currently still on the Heaven and Earth website. Oh geez. When are they going to stop playing? Do they do this all night and we'll just sleep through this? What happens? Why are they so excited still? Charlotte's like on a mission. Anyways, sorry. Okay, so this design is still on the Heaven and Earth design website. It's a freebie. Michelle's daughter drew it, I guess, and after her passing, Michelle charted it. I'm so happy they're playing, though. I didn't know that they played this much. Anyways, okay, and anyway, so that's the plan. But if I end up stitching 1 row of pages per year, then I'll get it done because there's 4 rows of pages. $16 pages in 4 years. If Siski can do it in like half a year, I can do it in 4 years. Just saying. Okay. And then I also got blood work done on Thursday because I have an appointment on Wednesday, this coming up Wednesday, as my to see if I need any extra things in my life. I've been filming It Feels Like all night because this whole thing is not working, and this is the second time it's come to the washroom. So, say Luffy. Okay, so I think the cats woke him up because they've been doing all of the things, right? So we'll see. Plus, it's almost bedtime because, this might get posted tomorrow. I think that might be it. It might be a little shorter than what I did before, but that's okay because who has time to watch a whole hour of Julie? Not me. So I will see everybody later. Sparkle and shine. Have a great afternoon, night, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. I hope that you got all the stitches in, and I will see everybody later. Bye, guys.